92.7 FM and 1580 AM. Don't try to get the 1580 AM yet, though. It's in low power.
But soon it will be more power.
Yes, they'll turn up the power.
Does that just happen automatically, or does somebody
timer.
have to turn a dial somewhere?
Automatically?
Yeah, we've actually got this guy just posted up in the transmitter shack all the time.
That's what I thought.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's good. That used
It's
to
his
be
only job.
That used to be my job.
It's like this leaf blower guy that comes out here every day to get
Yeah,
rid
I
of the
know.
leaves. There's no leaves anywhere on State Street.
Well, you saw him yesterday. He was blowing the dust between the buildings and the sidewalk. That
Right.
little that corner. He's taking the dust out of the corners now.
Yeah. There's a man wandering across the crosswalk and
Well, that's the wrong place to stop and wonder if you're crossing at the right time. He's
Turn
in the
around
middle
and
of the road.
he walked back. Just decided I don't want to go up there.
No, he went through.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure people are just, what? How is he? Is he okay?
He's okay. He's fine.
People should know.
It's Tuesday, April
It is
16th. Did you
already.
get your taxes in on time? Huh? Everybody get your
Yeah, I think everybody missed the big
1040s?
story on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the big story, John?
Well, it was tax day.
It's tax
No,
day.
no, that
Got to
is-
get them in by midnight.
Actually, that's not the big story. The big story was
Why?
H&R Block. Their
Website?
God,
sounds
now,
like
what is it? Their terminals. Their
terminals.
their
locations.
servers
Their servers.
went down.
Oh no! H&R
Block servers went down, and no one could upload for a day and a half. And well, I don't know if it ever came back because we just printed it out and mailed it because we couldn't wait any longer. We just had to get them in the mail before the post office closed, and that's the story. The servers went down. It was kind of a thing on Twitter X,
Okay.
but I didn't see too much news coverage in regards to that. And I think that's a huge, huge story. A lot of people do their taxes on it and expect to send it in. And when they can't send it in, it's really a
trouble.
bad thing. Because if you send it in electronically, it has less of a chance to be audited. And, it's not suggesting that anybody's, cheating on their taxes. It's just you don't want to go through that,
Right.
So if you mail it in and somebody has to look at it physically, there's a greater chance of being audited. And
Is that really
just don't
true?
need it. Yes, it's true.
How do you know? I mean, how would you know that?
I know that because Ann told me that, and she's been doing the taxes for like
Okay.
20 years.
Okay.
So I assume she knows what she's talking about. She's had a business herself for a long time.
Okay.
And now because we work here, and now I'm a business, we have to do a certain thing to get it all together and become an LLC. But anyway, she couldn't get these uploaded for a day and a half. And it just blew her mind, and she was just freaking out and very tense, and it was tense around the Peterson home for a long
Boy,
time.
look out when that happens.
You have to look out for that. So anyway, I'm surprised the media didn't pick up on this thing. Think about it. H&R Block did this to their customer base.
Yeah.
Do you think next year anybody's going to buy H&R Block thinking that, oh, well, that could happen again? It's not a good thing, and it's like the news media kind of missed the story.
Catherine texted in. She said that she also waited till the last minute to do her taxes yesterday.
Oh.
And she was there at 4:30 p.m. yesterday, and when they were down, and it was really slow and very annoying.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope everybody got their taxes.
It was
in
really
on
slow.
time.
Did she?
See,
did she send her taxes in, or
yeah, was
she
that
able,
online?
Was the server
I don't know.
up at that
I
time?
assume she's talking about online. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is why
Okay.
you do it a couple weeks beforehand, like I did.
Yeah.
Adults are just as bad of procrastinators as kids in school.
Well, that's true.
My Gen Z guys also
Yeah.
said the same thing.
Your boys?
that Sam just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they have?
They act like we just have all the damn time in the world, and we can just shuffle in and do our taxes and send it off early. We're busy people. We got other things to do.
You just go and do it on a Saturday, just like
Just
bite the bullet and do it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for that advice,
I'll just
Sam.
pass it along to her, and then you guys
right.
can have the discussion.
All right. I think we have Catherine on the phone.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, we do.
All right.
All right. Might as well take that call.
Well, do we have to? Okay.
All
Oh my God.
All right, Catherine.
Okay, here, let's hear it. Good morning, Catherine.
So mean. You're so mean.
Oh, mean.
I was just trying to relate. Yeah, I'm still in bed and I'm very tired.
Yeah,
I
you
did my
sound
taxes weeks ago.
Oh,
I
you
sent
did.
them into this gal, yes, in Chicago. I still use her. She's H&R Block. And we were on the phone at 4:30. I was just going to check them.
Mm-hmm.
Just say, oh, did you really get all these deductions and blah, blah, blah. I really still owe the federals. But I was on the marketplace, for my insurance. So when I was in Chicago, so it cost more money.
Mm-hmm.
But at 4:30, we're doing this, and she says, "Okay, so you just got to pay for it first, give me $800 for doing your taxes." And she said, "It's not going through. So I don't know. Just try it again. Try it again."
Oh no!
It took me half an hour just to pay her a credit card. That wouldn't go through, and now I'm looking in my account, and I still don't see the money in or the money out for the feds.
Oh, boy, that's
is
big
not
trouble.
Good. And Ann was also concerned about that. Her mom owed some money in, and they had to pay, but she couldn't check.
It won't come out.
Yeah. Well, the strange thing
it's not good.
is supposedly if you're going to H&R Block, their servers allowed them to actually enter this stuff if you worked with an agent directly.
Right.
But apparently not. That's interesting. That's big news also.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a fun show.
Oh, thank you.
Always.
All right.
Thank you.
Get a little complaining
morning.
about your taxes. We love that.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
That reminds me that tomorrow is Short Stack Day, by the way.
It is.
Every
yes.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
We're
We
down
order
here.
up our little short stacks.
Yeah.
Big, the cup of coffee thing, right?
Yeah, what
We
about
got to
it?
get some mugs.
Some John and Gordy mugs?
Yeah, because I was listening to the Devils. They have their paraphernalia now. They have, not drug paraphernalia.
They might have that too, but that's...
They have their merchandise now. They got the T-shirts, the mugs.
Do they?
And I was thinking, well, wait a minute. We got to get those mugs. Donate a few to Short Stack, and then they could, pass them out. They give you just odds and end mugs when you get in, and you just get your own coffee.
That's a boffo idea. I like it.
Why don't we do that?
Big time. We'll work on that. We'll put that on the list.
Yeah, put that on the list. That's what I thought.
We'll be there tomorrow morning from 6 to 8 a.m., and we invite you to stop by. We may have some guests show up. I think.
Who are the guests? The lineup of guests that we've had.
Well, Vicki McKenna
we put together
has
here.
not responded quite yet, but
I can't
we
believe
have an
that.
open
That's
invitation.
Hard to imagine.
She can stop by anytime.
She's got a lot of free time. Just all she has to do is open a mic when she's on the air, make up stuff, and then no research, nothing, and she just has a lot of free time after that.
Okay,
so she should just make it down.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Right? A great grand
What?
up front reunion. We got to do it. We got to do it.
Wasn't sure where you were going there.
Oh,
Struggling for words there?
yes, I was.
Yeah, Vicki McKenna, we have an open invitation to her. Also, John Urban. He wants to
John
renew
Urban.
his relationship and friendship with you.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Another John Erpenbach has been invited.
John Urban,
open the door.
2 Johns, no waiting.
There you
we
go.
could have that little reunion again.
Neil Heinen,
Neil,
we'd
my
love to
old
see
partner
Neil.
for the family show.
Janan Yasseri has been in.
That's my old partner.
Yeah, Doug Moe. All these people are. John Roach. Of these guys.
No, I
can
don't know
stop
John
by.
Roach.
Well, okay. Well, we do know John Roach.
I know we know.
Okay.
We've had him on our show, cable access show.
Anyway.
Everybody watched cable access in the old days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's how bad TV was back then.
We were the only ones to ever get a rating there.
Yes,
right?
I know it. That's true.
Today, hey, by the way, weather-wise today, watch out. There could be showers and thunderstorms later this afternoon, and they could be heavy at times.
They've been promising that,
Well,
and I haven't seen any evidence of it yet.
You just wait, my friend, until around 2, 3 o'clock tomorrow or tonight, today,
okay.
whatever, this afternoon.
Sounds like a real weatherman.
Highs, highs in the mid 60s.
Pick a
rain,
time.
rain.
Anytime.
Well, yeah, about 3 o'clock. Rain, thunderstorms tonight. Rain overnight. Rain tomorrow. Rain Thursday.
We need that.
Rain.
We need it.
We do need rain. Okay.
All right.
We have time for any of the National Day calendar, or should we just
can
skip
get into
today?
it.
All right. Let's get into it.
We almost missed it.
What kind of day is it today? Is it National Bean Counter Day? Taxes day after. Okay. National Orchid Day? Is it National Hot Dog Appreciation Day? Or National Healthcare Decisions Day? Is it National Eggs Benedict Day? Or National Wear Your Pajamas to Work Day?
Oh, God.
Which one of those days does not belong, John Peterson?
Wear your pajamas to work day.
That is wrong. Sam, do you know? Were you paying attention today?
Did you say something about a hot dog?
I did.
What was that one?
National Hot Dog Appreciation Day.
That one is not the correct one. I
You
don't
are
think.
correct. That is not
let's go.
correct. Good for you. You get a shiny new dime. Those dimes
boy,
are
a
mounting
dime.
up. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. So let's look at a couple of these.
You actually got me to say pajamas. It's actually pajamas.
It is pajamas.
What are you talking about?
I just wanted to
Where's
bring it
our
up.
pronunciation
I
guy?
kind of rolled with the flow, but it's really
We gotta
pajamas.
see what he says.
Well, all right.
Oh,
you want to
no.
look it up or should I? You look it up.
The French guy's going to tell us how to say pajamas.
I'm guessing pajamas, but, I think either is probably correct. National Bean Counter Day. Okay.
Yeah, bean counters.
Why would it be a bean counter day? Every accountant's favorite day of the year. Really, the day after taxes are due?
So they like being called bean counters.
After the flutter and flurry of preparing taxes up until the stroke of midnight, these diligent number crunchers are well past their due for a day off. So they get a day off today, the bean counters.
Yeah, after working
Really?
so hard
Yeah.
and trying to get through an H&R Block.
Yeah. I hope they got that cleared up. We should see if that is actually a story today, okay?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get all the National Day calendar stuff and take a look at history coming up on the John and Gordy Show for a Tuesday morning. Hey, rise and shine, shake a leg, up and at 'em, top of the morning to you. Oh, it's going to be great today.
No.
Oh, it's wonderful.
WMDX 92.7 FM 1580 AM. The John and Gordy brouhaha on another sunny morning.
Yeah, but that sun is going to change into cloud cover a little bit later
Just a
on.
downer, man. Just stop it.
Rain is on the way. Grab that umbrella as you head out the
God.
door. You're
Check
going to
your
need it
windshield
later.
wipers. You're going to need those.
Yeah, you are. Hey, let's talk about National Pajama Day.
No.
Why not?
Okay.
We got it
Did we
right
find
here.
out?
We
How to
gotta
say it?
see how this is actually pronounced.
All right.
Okay, Julian,
Let's go to our French man.
take it away.
How do you pronounce these words and more confusing vocabulary? Let's break down the pronunciation. Pajamas. Both British and American English pronunciations are similar here. Pajamas. Stress on the second syllable, 3 syllables in total.
Okay.
Pajamas. And now you know.
Pajamas. See,
How do you pronounce these words and more confusing vocabulary?
See, I was...
He said both British and American, so I thought he was going to do 2 different ones, but...
Sounded like pajamas to me.
Sounded like
Not pajamas.
Pajamas. That's what he
pajamas.
said. It's wrong.
You don't say
You're wrong.
You don't say the cat's pajamas. You say the cat's pajamas.
Well, what's that got to do with... I mean,
That's how you say
it's
it.
a phrase.
That's how it became popular.
Julie just told us the correct pronunciation.
got
You
it
guys
wrong.
were... You won't admit
He's
that you're
French.
wrong.
Are you really going to take
He's
the
French.
opinion of a
He's
French
French.
man?
We go with Julian's
We
pronunciation.
have no respect for the French.
Yeah. I like
They
Charles
helped
de Gaulle.
They
He
helped
was-
us become a country, but
What have they done for us lately?
yeah,
Huh?
yeah, that's it. That's a Trump saying.
Yeah, okay. Each year on April 16th, it's National Wear Your Pajamas to Work Day.
Oh, man.
It allows us to reprieve after meeting a late-night deadline shuffling. See, it's all about after taxes.
It is.
So you can wear your pajamas to work today.
We should have known that.
It's the best holiday of the year.
Of course, I only wear underwear.
Excuse me?
No pajamas.
It was created for fun. Wearing pajamas to work creates a laid-back and relaxed atmosphere. Boy, we should do that around here because everybody seems a little uptight lately. So wear some pajamas if you're coming into civic media today. All right?
All right. Yeah, that sounds great. Yes. Stop by.
I did that inadvertently one day. I think
Really?
I think that was when you guys were virtual one day. The one day that I woke up like 12
Too
minutes
late,
before
yeah.
we were supposed to
Oh,
go
that's
on
right.
the air, and I
Yeah.
had to speed into work. And yeah.
You were wearing pajamas that
Well, I
day?
didn't have time to change. I had to get here.
Well, thank you for being a diligent worker and thinking of us first.
Thanks for wearing pajamas.
Yeah. Okay.
A
What
lot
is
of us don't wear them.
Hey, it's Eggs Benedict Day.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Don't
yeah,
you? I love Eggs Benedict.
It is.
Oh.
It's very, very unhealthy.
With the hollandaise.
But it's
Yeah, it's
good.
not great.
Good
I
stuff.
guess. Yeah. Eggs Benedict consists of poached eggs with hollandaise sauce and Canadian bacon or ham and English muffin halves. Do you?
What's
You're a cook. Do you
Yeah.
make?
What's in that hollandaise sauce?
what's
I can't
in it?
remember what.
I don't know.
What was the
Hollandaise?
with that? Did they have that in there?
Well, it's a long explanation here. I'll try to scan through.
No,
they don't
have
really
it.
talk about
That's all right.
why is my
a very
hollandaise
simple,
sauce
easy sauce
runny.
to make.
Why is it runny? Hollandaise is one of the more temperamental sauces to make.
Oh, it is.
Have you ever known a sauce to be temperamental? It's a balancing act of egg yolks, butter, lemon juice, and mixing.
Oh,
so there
it
you
is.
go.
Yeah, it was a real easy recipe. I just couldn't remember it.
If you melded these ingredients together, but the sauces are thin, one quick fix is adding a small amount of thickener like starch over a little heat in a double boiler.
Yeah.
You can also add more butter or more egg yolks if your sauce is runny. Okay.
Well, I wouldn't
That's
do
it.
that, but
All right. Anything for National History Day?
Oh, let's take a look. Let's crack open the history book.
Why do we have to crack it open?
no, I
by
want
the way?
I
Is
want
it
us to
just-
be able to crack it open. Are we going to get that sound
I
effect
don't know.
anytime
That's,
soon?
that's just
Yeah,
what you
where's
say.
the sound effect?
We have a book closing sound effect. We're getting there. We're getting there. One step at a time, Gordy.
Okay.
Theater of the mind,
Exactly.
my man.
All right.
1912, the first woman flew across the English Channel. Harriet Quimby was her name. She had just gotten her pilot.
Quimby.
Yeah, she had just gotten her pilot's license a year before, and
Wow.
already setting records.
Yeah, cool.
Harriet Quimby. Okay.
Oh, you guys will like this one. 1962, Walter Cronkite becomes the anchor on CBS.
Walter Cronkite.
And it seemed like he
That's
was
the way
always
it
there.
is.
That's the
For
way it
me,
is.
anyway, it
Yeah.
seemed like he was always there.
I know.
The
Yeah.
grandfather of news.
He was great.
the most
He's the
trusted
great
man
one.
in America.
He was. He had a TV show, a kiddie show, history show. Remember
really?
that?
I think so,
And
yeah.
that's the way it was.
Yes.
Remember?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The year after that, 1963, Martin Luther King, after one of his marches, he was thrown in jail, and he penned his letter from a Birmingham jail, one of the most, I guess, influential texts from the civil rights
It
movement,
is.
promoting nonviolent protests.
That's right. Any birthdays?
We
of
do.
note?
More aviation stuff. Wilbur Wright was born today, 1867.
Right.
Literally.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that intentional?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Jeez.
Charlie Chaplin has a birthday today, 1889. And
It's just sitting there.
I might butcher this name because I haven't heard it
What?
spoken before. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
You
Am I
hit it.
saying that?
You made it.
No, Kareem Boy.
No.
Do you feel old, John?
Not really, but I mean,
because
you
of
haven't
Kareem-
seen Airplane or anything like that?
I've seen it once.
Okay, well, he was in that.
He's the
Okay.
co-pilot.
Oh, okay. Got it. He also shares
And
his
I
birthday
think they
today,
even said his name in there,
1947.
didn't
Yeah, sure. Kareem Abdul. Did they? In the movie? I don't know if
I don't know if
that's
they
true.
What's
Kareem
his-
Abdul-Jabbar.
What's his original name?
Do you
What was
remember his
that?
original name? Lou Alcindor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right.
It doesn't ring a bell.
Okay. Well,
Lou Alcindor.
yeah. Played for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, he
before
did. Yeah.
Or is
Big
that right?
time. Big
yeah.
time.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
Good.
close the
Well,
history
look,
books.
you know, why don't we just take a guess on history and say, I think that's what it was.
Wait a minute. Play that again. That was your closing the book thing? Oh, that's
That is good.
very good.
That's good.
Nice.
Got to add reverb to it and make it sound like it's in a big room.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Well, you are. You're
Yeah.
really in a big room over there.
All right.
Do we have our street cam up at all? Mm-hmm. Let's check it out. Let's check what the street cam can pick up here.
Really? We need a microphone out
nothing.
there.
Absolutely. Oh, there's someone on a bike.
Live from state. Oh, it's an e-bike.
You know, we
they're
see
moving
that
right
same guy
along.
we see everybody the same every day.
They're all going to
Same
work.
people.
They're going to school or
Now,
something.
I don't see any protests down the street or anything like that. You know, we're going to be talking about protests.
Who goes to protest at 6:30 in the morning, John?
Well, that's the thing. They got to get there early to get a good place in line and get everything, get the barricades up and all that stuff.
Good place in front of the barricades.
Right. It's coming up on, pardon me, excuse me, 6:29. A little bit later on in our 7 o'clock hour, we'll be welcoming in some folks from Canopy Dance. And they're going to tell us what's the latest there, right?
Also, we're going to be talking about two Supreme Court decisions, which
Yeah.
just blew my mind completely.
Really?
One is about protests being banned in at least 3 states of our great country. Protesting banned in 3 states, if you can just imagine, wrap your head around that. And then Idaho has been allowed to ban gender-affirming care.
All right.
That's
More John and
according to
Gordy
the Supreme Court.
coming up.
92.7 is the place to go. It's John and Gordy, John and Gordy, John and Gordy, John and Gordy. In the morning, in the morning, in the morning, in the morning. It's John and Gordy, it's John and Gordy, John and Gordy, John and Gordy. At the break of dawn, get your coffee on. John and Gordy on the radio. 92.7 is the place to go.
It is.
Thank you,
It
Sean
is the
Del
place
Marks.
to be. Mad Pat.
Yep. It is the Mad Pad. John and Gordy on a
I love
Tuesday
it. Very
morning.
soothing, very relaxing.
Well, people have been all tense about their taxes.
Flip over in bed, go back to
They
sleep.
couldn't get into H&R Block. A lot of people apparently were blocked by
Yes,
H&R Block.
H&R blocked.
They blocked
We
them.
should call it that now.
Yeah. Hope they got it in before midnight. Hope they
Oh, I
figured
hope
out all
so.
their problems. Boy,
Right.
you know.
And we're giving away Steve Miller tickets eventually, right?
No, not Steve Miller tickets. Stephanie Miller tickets.
Oh, Steve Miller is not coming
Yeah,
back?
No.
All right, that's
The Stephanie Miller Band.
No.
the
Stephanie
Stephanie Miller
Miller, who follows us here on Civic Media every day at 8 a.m. She's coming to the Barrymore Theater, and we've got some tickets. We'll tell you more as we get closer to
Well, let me
doing
know
that.
if Steve Miller gets
Steve
back
Miller's
together and goes out on tour.
he's still active. I know he's out on tour.
Used to hang around Madison.
He went to
With all the other
university
musicians.
for a while with Boss Skaggs and a few other people. Ben
Yeah.
Sidran. Yeah.
Great
They had
stuff.
some
I mean,
music
the
back
early
then.
stuff, the Steve Miller Band stuff
Oh.
is probably one of the greatest.
Before he
Yeah,
became really popular with some
Right.
top 40 stuff like Jet Airliner and that.
Right.
You know, that stuff.
that's junk. But, before that, it was really, really good stuff.
It was really far out.
Yeah.
Children of the Future. No, is that the Mutual? I'm thinking of Moody Blues.
Yeah.
They had. He had another album that mentioned the future. I can't remember what it is now,
Bra-
but yeah,
Brave
early
New World.
Brave New
was the
World's a
CD.
great album.
Fantastic.
Oh
yeah.
man,
Absolutely. One of my favorites, actually.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I think we should all listen to that right now.
Okay.
Actually,
the whole thing on.
Actually, I got something.
Okay.
We really don't like to cover Donald Trump at all, right?
No.
I mean,
We'd rather not.
I accidentally play a lot of it. It's accidental, yeah. But instead of us talking about the trial yesterday,
Ugh.
I want to leave it
First
up
day.
to Jimmy Kimmel because he's got better writers.
Okay. All right. What did he have to say about
Well,
it?
let's check it out right now.
Okay,
see what
let's.
he has to say.
All eyes, or at least both of my eyes, were on Lower Manhattan today, where the first criminal trial against Donald Trump is officially underway. It's very crazy that on the Monday after OJ dies, the Donald Trump trial begins. It's almost like that's how it had to be. Like they couldn't exist simultaneously. The trial began at 10 a.m. with the court clerk announcing the people of the state of New York versus Donald J. Trump, followed by 15 minutes of thunderous applause. There's a gag order on Trump. He's not allowed to make inflammatory statements about witnesses, families of the court staff, or the case itself. So, of course, on his way into the courtroom this morning, Felonious Monk immediately violated that order.
This is political persecution. This is a persecution like never before. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And again, it's a case that should have never been brought. It's an assault on America. And that's why I'm very proud to be here. This is an assault on our country.
He's proud to be there for the assault on our country. He's proud to be at his trial for paying off a porn star. Who wouldn't be proud of that? Gosh, I only wish his parents were alive to see it. God rest their souls. One thing he is right about is when he says there's never been anything like this, because Donald Trump is the first former U.S. president to be tried for paying hush money to an adult film star who said his penis is shaped like a mushroom. Lincoln never did that. The trial is expected to last 6 weeks or until the courtroom sketch artist runs out of orange, whichever comes first. Because it's a criminal trial, Trump's required to be in court every day, 4 days a week from 9:30 to 4:30. For 6 weeks, he has to sit quietly the whole time. That alone is going to drive him insane. It's like making an 8-year-old to go to 6 weeks of church. So, of course, he's trying every way he can to get out of it. His son, Barron, is graduating high school on May 17th. He asked the judge to excuse him so he can go to that. And even though the judge hasn't ruled on it yet, Trump is already whining about it as if he did.
As you know, my son is graduating from high school, and it looks like the judge will not let me go through the graduation of my son, who's worked very, very hard. He's a great student. Very proud of the fact that he did so well. And I was looking forward for years to have graduation with his mother and father there. And it looks like the judges are going to allow me to escape this scam. It's a scam trial.
Yeah, it's a criminal trial. He doesn't seem to understand. This scammer judge won't even let me go to graduation for the son who was 4 months old when I cheated on his mother with the porn star I'm accused of paying off. Unfortunately, the trial isn't televised, but there are reporters in the courtroom, including Maggie Haberman of the New York Times, who let us in on this little gem. Trump appears to be sleeping. His head keeps dropping down and his mouth goes slack. Followed by, Trump is apparently jolted back awake, noticing the notes his lawyer passed him several minutes ago. If Biden is Sleepy Joe, I guess that makes you Dozo the Clown, huh? I mean, can you imagine?
Dozo.
Imagine if Joe Biden fell asleep in the court on the first day of his trial. Trump would be calling him Comatose Joe. Fox News would be talking about this until Christmas, but not old Donnie Appleseed. He, multiple reports said Trump's head drooped until his chin hit his chest, which, I don't know, maybe he was just following the price of his Truth Social stock, but...
good stuff, right?
Really
good. And, you know, a lot of jokes I would have at least told some of those, but that's okay. He said it better. He's
all over it.
Audience applauding it. Good stuff.
Yeah.
But we have one more, and it's from The Daily Show. Jon Stewart, is on Mondays, and he had a few things to say about Dozy Donnie. Let's check it out.
After years of anticipation, the first criminal trial of a former president has begun, and by all accounts, it is absolutely riveting.
40 minutes ago, you wrote an observation that I was very surprised. Trump appears to be sleeping. His head keeps dropping down and his mouth goes slack. Tell us about that.
Yeah.
Well, Jake, he appeared to be asleep.
Maggie.
Hey, Jake. What part of head down, eyes closed, drool coming out of his mouth do you not get over here? He's snoring. He's doing the honk shoe. He's doing the me, 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 me. There's a piece of paper going up and down in his mouth. He's asleep.
Oh, man.
Imagine committing so many crimes, you get bored at your own trial. Move on to the good stuff. Now, in case you've lost track, this is the trial where Trump allegedly paid hush money to an adult film star that he slept with and then allegedly falsified business records to cover it up, or as Trump would put it.
This is political persecution. This is a persecution like never before. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And again, it's a case that should have never been brought. It's an assault on America. And that's why I'm very proud to be here.
Well, it's true. Trump is always very proud to be part of any assault on America.
There it is. Yeah. Wow.
Few pieces of commentary I thought were just perfect.
Jon Stewart. Yeah.
We don't cover the trials here.
No.
There's too many of them. There's too many delays. None of it really matters because the judicial system is completely blown up by this orange god that everybody loves so much. We know now that the legal system is not what we thought it was.
Well, and they did they actually select any jurors yesterday?
No, they didn't.
That was
now what I heard
what they were
was
going to do.
They had like 50 and they let go half of them.
Right
they
off
must
the
have
top.
like 25 left to go, perhaps, but they haven't picked anybody.
Yeah. And then I heard that Trump requested something very unusual during the jury selection. Did you read about this?
No.
He wants to actually go up and stand next to the lawyer that is questioning the potential juror, like get up close and personal with him.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why he requested that, unknown. But he wants to, and I guess you can do that. You can request it.
Really, you can?
Well, it doesn't mean the judge is going to allow it. It seems like that would be a little intimidating to a potential juror to have Trump standing 3 feet away from you while you're answering these questions. On the other hand, maybe maybe that's a good thing.
Did he miss the chance to also hold a firearm?
Don't
Right?
think,
Aimed at
I don't think he's
every
allowed
potential
to have a
juror.
firearm.
Well, if he wants to intimidate somebody, why not just go all out?
With how much Trump supposedly smells, I don't think the jury would like
Oh,
that.
there you go.
Oh, yeah,
We always forget about the smell factor.
That's true.
Huh?
That would seem to work against him if he's going to stand
so.
up there, with everybody else,
Right.
questioning the jury. So we'll have some more comments from some of the comedians though on the jury trial, the Stormy
I'm pretty
Daniels
sure.
trial.
Yeah, we
as it goes
there's
along.
a former Republican that's out there, Ben Sass. He's been talking about Trump lately, and there's actually a good element to having Trump around.
Really?
And that, according to him, having Trump around and him saying what he's saying and in court all the time and promising to be a dictator, it's creating more Democrats. Could we play cut 89? Let's check that out.
Not at all apologetic for having fought for my values against his in places where I think his are deficient, not just for a Republican, but for an American. So the way he kisses dictators' butts, I mean, the way he ignores that the Uyghurs are in literal concentration camps in Xinjiang right now. He hasn't lifted a finger on behalf of the Hong Kongers. It isn't just that he fails to lead our allies, it's that the United States now regularly sells out our allies under his leadership. The way he treats women and spends like a drunken sailor, the way he mocks evangelicals behind closed doors. His family has treated the presidency like a business opportunity. He's flirted with white supremacy. At the beginning of the COVID crisis, he refused to treat it seriously for months. He treated it like a news cycle by news cycle PR crisis rather than a multi-year public health challenge, which is what it is. And I don't think the way he's led through COVID has been reasonable or responsible or right. And as my dissents from President Trump are not only about policy, but it's also a prudential question or a political question about whether or not he's ultimately driving the country further to the left, because that's what I think is ultimately going to happen because of Donald Trump. It's why I campaigned for everybody not named Trump in 2016. Donald Trump didn't win the presidency because America actually wants more reality TV, round-the-clock, stupid political obsessions. They don't really want more rage tweeting. I'm worried that if President Trump loses, as looks likely, that he's going to take the Senate down with him. I'm now looking at the possibility of a Republican bloodbath in the Senate. If young people become permanent Democrats because they've just been repulsed, or if women who were willing to still vote with the Republican Party on 2016 decide that they need to turn away from this party permanently in the future, the debate is not going to be, why were you so mean to Donald Trump? It's going to be, what the heck were any of us thinking that selling a TV-obsessed, narcissistic individual to the American people was a good idea? It is not a good idea. I think we are staring down the barrel of a blue tsunami.
That's Ben Sass, former Republican.
That's really
great
good
stuff, isn't it?
A lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, there really is. So Dozy the Clown, huh?
Uh-huh. Yeah. We've got a couple of texts coming in here, John.
Yes.
One on the bottom there. Let's see. John and Gordy, remember Trump got away with, what was that?
It says got a couple of Steve Miller hipsters here.
Well, yeah.
They liked him before he was popular.
Okay, let's talk about Steve Miller, because you were mistaken. You thought it was Stephanie Miller and that Steve Miller was coming to town. Right? No, it's Stephanie Miller that's coming to town.
All right.
And Steve Miller is on tour this season. In fact, he's going to be at Wrigley Field in Chicago on July 15th. He's got about 30 other dates lined up. So, for Steve Miller fans out there.
Skaggs going to be down there
Steve
as well.
Miller, yeah, well, maybe. But Steve Miller's 80 years old.
Wow.
Back on tour. All these old rockers.
Outrageous.
They keep going, They keep going and going. But we'll have Stephanie Miller tickets. She's coming to the Barrymore. And we'll tell you more about that in the next couple of days. All right? Okay?
All right.
Listening to a little Steve Miller right now, living in the USA with John and Gordy.
my platforms on.
Yeah. It's good. John and Gordy for a Tuesday morning.
Mad Pat.
Yeah.
We're dressed up and ready to go.
I know. Dressing to the nines. I don't know what that means, but
yeah,
sounds good. Mad Radio 92.7 WMDX, and if you're listening on the AM dial, 1580 AM. Is the power up yet? Have we got it above 5 watts or whatever?
We're in critical hours right
Are we
now. So
what does critical hours mean?
It's like between sunset and 8:30 or something, or sunrise and 8:30 or something like that.
Okay.
So is that a different setting than the low power?
It's like medium power.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Oh, okay. So it's getting bigger and better.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was that music from?
I don't know. I picked out the Steve Miller thing.
It's labeled Uncle. It's like an acronym. I don't know what.
Oh, it's Man from Uncle, maybe.
Oh, yeah, it's a Man from Uncle.
Background music.
Yeah, some of the music from that movie or something like that. Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'm riding around in my caddy, the bubble windows, orange, of course.
Yeah. Sam brought his VW in this morning, in the last couple of mornings.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know, interior-wise, I'm not real crazy about
I want to go for a ride in it. Come on,
I'm not
Sam.
crazy about him.
You're very, hesitant about this somehow.
Well,
yeah,
I like the car.
Yeah, I like it too.
Well, we're not saying you don't like your car.
A lot of people like the idea of the car, but once they're actually driving around in it, then they have second thoughts.
Yeah.
Like it's not safe?
Well, of course it's not safe. It was designed
It's
in
never
the
been
40s. Yeah.
It's not comfortable?
It's not safe, it's not comfortable, but it's just got a little charm,
It does have charm.
Does it smell bad?
Probably a little bit like oil and old car, but not bad.
You call it Sammy the Love Bug, right?
Sure.
Do you have a name?
Need
a name.
It has a name. I never refer to it as the name, but I call it Agent Orange every now and then.
Oh,
Agent
God.
Yeah.
It's that deadly. Oh, well, I can't wait to get into Agent Orange.
Yep.
But the thing is, you were telling us that it doesn't have that, the roof lining.
The headliner.
Yeah, the headliner.
Yeah.
And that
so
is
what?
that's not
that?
good. Well, Volkswagens are a little noisy the way it is. If you have that bouncing sound around in the inside of your VW Bug, it'll drive you crazy.
What year is it?
It's a 74.
Okay.
Yeah.
50 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stick?
Yep.
Well, yeah.
3-speed, 4-speed?
Of course it's a stick. Yeah. And it's, engine heated, which never sounded
Seemed
healthy.
like a good idea.
Never sounded healthy.
It's going to become the mascot car of the John and Gordy show.
It could be. Yes, why not? Maybe just put a whole bunch of station bumper stickers on it as your paint job.
It's a great idea.
It's got a lot of bumper stickers on it already.
Yep.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Original bumper stickers
No,
from way
not
back
original.
in the 60s?
No, not old ones.
Oh, okay.
I gotta clean some of them off. Some of them weren't meant to sit out in the sun for a couple of years, so they're kind of crusty at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I still want to go for a ride, regardless.
You do?
Yes.
Okay.
Why don't you?
It's a whole bunch of different colors. Doesn't have a interior.
It's got stuff painted on the side of it.
We got to take some pictures and put it on Facebook.
Why don't we just post a picture somewhere?
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
On Facebook.
We'll have to do that.
All right. Okay.
Well, it's like fun.
You should bring it to Short Stack tomorrow. Why don't you bring it down there and park it out in front?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, people can look at it. They take pictures with us.
That's what's going to draw people in. It's not going to scare them away.
No, that's not going to work.
Oh, well, all right.
You never know.
Probably not going to like that.
Okay.
All right. Hey, look, I've got a line on something to change the audio voice of Trump. Okay?
Oh, geez. We've been talking about this. Really?
Yeah, this is my big idea. Because
Okay.
no one likes listening to him anymore. But if we change his voice just a little bit, maybe make it more comical, people will find it fun.
Okay.
And easy to listen to.
Great. Are we going to hear an example of that right now?
No, we're not going to have an example. But I think I have a line on it. This is my idea. Okay, if it takes off across the country, then they're stealing my idea.
You can take credit for it.
Let everybody know.
Okay.
We got to make this palatable because holy crap, if he becomes president, what are we going to do?
I don't know.
Right?
Yeah. Can't happen.
I'd be exhausted. I mean, we would not be able to put another show together without having Trump on all the time.
So you think you have a way of altering his voice?
Yes.
You have a plan.
Well, I was thinking, what kind of voice would be more palatable?
Yeah, right.
And I was thinking more just kind of a comical Donald Duck thing.
I was just going to say Donald Duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or perhaps
Donald.
the Darth Vader voice.
Yeah.
But just a little edgy.
Something. Yeah. It needs some edge.
Like Darth Vader's voice isn't edgy enough. But
we'll have to try that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea.
But if people have a suggestion as to what kind of voice, what kind of inflection we could add to it, we're taking those suggestions.
Okay.
Steve Miller played Breeze Stevens in 2016.
Okay. And we're reading some texts here coming in. We
I
mentioned
heard
Steve Miller earlier
heard
today.
a few live cuts from Steve Miller. He's just played
He's
acoustic
amazing.
guitar, and he did like Dear Mary.
Grew up in Waukesha.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Les Paul was a good friend of the family, and he learned a lot from Les Paul
that's why,
when he was really young.
A lot of the underground radio stations in Milwaukee did play Steve Miller ad nauseum, and I loved it. I never got tired of Steve Miller.
It was great.
Yeah.
Early Steve Miller. Really great.
Yeah. Okay, what else does it say up here? John and Gordy, remember Trump got away with roaming around behind Hillary during their debates. Disgusting.
Yeah, wasn't that something?
That was awful.
Yeah, he just was kind of lurking in the background. It was very creepy.
Well, while we're talking about the grand orange god that so many cultists follow and love so much, when do we play a track from him? Trump Dementia, mumbling. Let's go to track 71.
Okay.
And let's see if he's having trouble in his old age. Okay.
All right.
Let's see what he says.
Just this week, it was reported that an illegal alien, and you just look at this, what's happening.
Okay.
What?
What do you think?
Wait a minute. Play that.
Play it again. Why not?
What?
Just this week, it was reported that an illegal alien, and you just look at this, what's happening.
You look at what's happening.
The teleprompter?
Yeah.
What's happening with it? That was not quite a word sound. I don't know what that was.
Like the intro to The Outer Limits. We have control of your television. Somebody's goofing around with his teleprompter there.
Apparently.
Oh, God.
Uh-huh.
All right. And we've got something also, cut 72. This is Trump promising to have kangaroo courts speeding up those executions. Let's check it out.
Great.
We don't have time?
All right. Hey, coming up at our 7 o'clock hour, we will be talking with some folks from Canopy Dance, Lisa Thorell and Michael Bell. More of John and Gordy coming up.
Gordy in the morning. As we were saying, let the sun shine. It's the John and Gordy Show.
It's the John and Gordy Show.
Do you know what this means?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
You're pretty high and far out, aren't you? What kind of kick are you on, son?
No good bastard. Your show sucks.
What made me think this was a good day to stop drinking? Buddy, do you want coffee?
Coffee. Coffee.
Black coffee.
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 They warned us about people like you!
What a load of crap.
Thank you, sir. May I have another? We'll do it live.
And that's the way it is.
Only on Mad Radio 92.7 WMDX. Take it away, boys.
All right.
Take it somewhere.
You know, I love that part there where the guy just shouts, your show sucks. That's
what's that?
That's taken from Late Night with David Letterman.
Okay.
I recorded that off there, and I thought, oh, it's perfect for the show, and it's better. It's better now.
It is 7:07 in the morning, and it's Tuesday. It's starting out bright and sunny, but boy, is that going to change later on today as that low pressure moves on in. Right. It's going to get cloudy. We're going to get rain this afternoon about 2 or 3 o'clock, and then some thunderstorms tonight, and rain overnight, and rain tomorrow.
Okay, we're going to get to
rain.
We're going to get to the big brouhaha over NPR. And being very biased, a liberal bias there. Big story on Fox News. No one's covering. But I just want to get to one point here.
Okay.
We're off the air during the news break. We were talking about Sam's car.
The VW,
the VW bug, the bug.
Orange bug.
And making that the official limo
of the John and Gordy show.
John and Gordy show.
Because we used to have a limo over at Triple M.
We did. They gave us a limo.
Yeah,
a limo. So I'm thinking, this is it right here.
We used it during your wedding. You
Yes.
and Ann got married. I drove the limo.
Yep.
I was your chauffeur, best man. Yeah, it was great.
They realized that was a big mistake.
Yes, they did.
But VW bug, multicolors, no interior. sounds wonderful.
Perfect for the John and Gordy show. I still maintain you should bring it to Short Stack tomorrow and let people look at it as they walk by.
I can do that.
Okay.
I'll do it just for you, Gordy.
All right, thank
Look
you,
at
Sam.
the accident, basically, is what it is.
It's cool looking, I think.
I can identify because I had a kind of a nice looking Volkswagen. It was a Carmen Ghia.
Oh,
but
yeah. That's
same
good
kind
stuff.
of problems in the interior, same engine heat.
A sports car on a Volkswagen chassis.
Exactly,
yeah. It was just, it was stylish.
Oh, they were so fun to drive, though.
Yeah,
oh, man.
It was very low to the ground.
Yes.
It was like riding a go-kart. And that's why I love Carmen Ghia so much. You could take those corners like nobody's business.
Fun stuff.
Passengers would definitely freak out.
Well, yeah, if you can, bring it to Short Stack tomorrow if it'll make it that far. We'll be there from 6 to 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, so we hope you'll join us. Short Stack Eatery.
We got a couple of suggestions here for the Donald Trump voice change.
Good.
Okay, we're going to try and change it electronically somehow, and somebody suggested
because everybody's sick of hearing
Gilbert
him.
Gottfried's voice would be great.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be perfect. That'd be perfect.
Yes.
So let's try
Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah.
Yeah, he talked like this. It would be great. Yeah, perfect. I'm sorry.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I know who that is. Your Rodney the Rodent voice is something like that, isn't
I
it?
based it on Gilbert
Yeah,
Gottfried.
you really? You could just do it, Gordy.
No kidding.
I could.
Wow.
But, yeah. No.
No, we don't want that.
It's too much work.
Somebody also thought, about the Trump trial.
Right.
What's the over-under on whether Trump shows up hopped up on Adderall today? I'm sure he hates the drowsy Don coverage, which I like the Dozo the Clown name personally.
Yeah. Apparently he fell asleep.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Day
yeah.
one. Day one he falls asleep. And then he got bashed mercilessly by all the comics
on Twitter X. Oh, everybody had a comment on that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how he does today.
Why would he have done that?
Well,
isn't that crazy?
It's
my God.
Just fits the pattern of insanity.
Does he not care? Apparently, besides being able to shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and get away with it, you could sleep in court and no one cares.
That's why
it's an outrage.
It's too bad they don't have live cameras, and that would maybe keep him awake, you know, and then we could watch the whole thing as it unfolds.
Oh, God. Oh, my.
Turns into a shattered shell of himself.
All right, this is what happened, before the trial. He had a lot of time on his hands. Trump was just sitting out there on his Truth Social, making more commentary. And this time, Trump called for NPR to no longer be funded by the public after an insider called out the organizations for its lopsided liberal biases, including one against him. Yes, Trump responded on Truth Social. He wrote this: "No more funding for NPR, total scam." Editor said they had no Republicans and is only used to damage Trump. Does he believe in articles or any, just make the sentence look like a sentence, jeepers. And is only used to damage Trump. What is this, bizarre world Trump?
It is. Here we go again.
Oh,
it never ends.
They are a liberal disinformation machine. Not $1. Okay, so this disgruntled staffer, and he doesn't even handle news. He's more the business guy, but he did say some negative things, and he said that after looking at everybody on the staff, it was all liberals, no conservatives on the staff. And I'm thinking, so?
It's NPR.
What
do you expect?
First of all, these are news people, and they're not, trying to exploit their liberalism in their news stories.
Right.
They're not bringing it to the news stories. I listen to it. I've listened to their broadcasts. It's not there. So you can complain about it all you want. Now, if you're a conservative and you're a news person, you let that happen. Oh, you let that influence your storyline. Absolutely. Here, let's check this out. This is the coverage on Fox News. Let's play this as cut 60.
NPR is being forced to defend itself and its journalism after a senior business editor at the company, Uri Berliner, published an article blasting the outlet for being biased.
I think after a while we started covering Trump in a way that like a lot of legacy news organizations, that we were trying to damage his presidency, to even find anything we could to harm him. And I think what we latched on to was Russia collusion, like a lot of news organizations, which was, as I write, sort of catnip, although it was just rumors and a lot of it based on pretty shoddy documents. We really latched on to Adam Schiff. He was like our muse to the Trump collusion story. We had him on constantly. And then the Mueller report came out and no collusion.
But NPR's editor-in-chief brushed off the allegations, writing in an internal memo, "I and my colleagues on the leadership team strongly disagree. We're proud to stand behind the exceptional work that our desk and shows do to cover a wide range of challenging stories. We believe that inclusion among our staff with our sourcing and in our overall coverage is crucial to telling the nuanced stories of this country and our world."
Right. And this is the problem with an ideological monopoly on the information environment. And that is what we saw by and large in the 2020 election with big tech, with media for the most part, with the exception of networks like this one. That's what happens when they have that ideological monopoly. I'll say it again, on the information environment. You look at diversity and inclusion when it comes to melanin levels in your skin, but not when it comes to how you think. And that is hugely problematic for Americans making their own decisions with all of the information at hand.
Can you imagine that? I mean, just hearing that on Fox News, blaming somebody else for being ideological and a monopoly. I think that's Fox News.
Yeah.
Right. I could just, take a wild shot and a guess at it. Robert Mueller's investigation wrote this: Russia did interfere with the election, but did not find sufficient evidence that the Trump campaign conspired with the Russian government despite multiple efforts to assist the Trump campaign. They offered, but what they offered wasn't good enough for the Trump campaign, so therefore they didn't use it. I don't know if that's not conspiring, right? In fact, I have a cut from Adam Schiff. Let's play this Adam Schiff cut where he lists all of the proof that Russia did collude and tried to collude. All right, let's check this out.
All right.
My colleagues may think it's okay that the Russians offered dirt on a Democratic candidate for president as part of what was described as the Russian government's effort to help the Trump campaign. You might think that's okay. My colleagues might think it's okay that when that was offered to the son of the president, who had a pivotal role in the campaign, that the president's son did not call the FBI. He did not adamantly refuse that foreign help. No, instead, that son said that he would love the help of the Russians. You might think it's okay that he took that meeting. You might think it's okay that Paul Manafort, the campaign chair, someone with great experience in running campaigns, also took that meeting. You might think it's okay that the president's son-in-law also took that meeting. You might think it's okay that they concealed it from the public. You might think it's okay that their only disappointment after that meeting was that the dirt they received on Hillary Clinton wasn't better. You might think that's okay. You might think it's okay that when it was discovered a year later that they lied about that meeting and said it was about adoptions. You might think it's okay that the president is reported to have helped dictate that lie. You might think that's okay. I don't. You might think it's okay that the campaign chairman of a presidential campaign would offer information about that campaign to a Russian oligarch in exchange for money or debt forgiveness. You might think that's okay. I don't. You might think it's okay that that campaign chairman offered polling data, campaign polling data to someone linked to Russian intelligence. I don't think that's okay. You might think it's okay that the president himself called on Russia to hack his opponent's emails if they were listening. You might think it's okay that later that day, in fact, the Russians attempted to hack a server affiliated with that campaign. I don't think that's okay. You might think that it's okay that the president's son-in-law sought to establish a secret back channel of communications with the Russians through a Russian diplomatic facility. I don't think that's okay. You might think it's okay that an associate of the president made direct contact with the GRU through Guccifer II and WikiLeaks and that is considered a hostile intelligence agency.
Just going on.
He's on a roll
He's
here.
got a few items to prove that there was some collusion going on. We got to take a break here. We'll be back with more of this on NPR as well. Mad Radio, WMDX, 92.7 FM and 1580 AM. Broadcasting from the capital city, Wisconsin, Madison. That's a John and Gordy show. Let's find out where Adam Schiff is in listing all the reasons why there was Russian collusion. Let's see if he's still going here. Let's see.
All right. A hostile intelligence agency.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, still going.
You might think that it's okay a senior campaign official was instructed to reach that associate and find out what that hostile intelligence agency had to say in terms of dirt on his opponent. You might think it's okay that the National Security Advisor designate secretly conferred with a Russian ambassador about undermining U.S. sanctions and you might think it's okay he lied about it to the FBI. You might say that's all okay. You might say that's just what you need to do to win. But I don't think it's okay. I think it's immoral. I think it's unethical. I think it's unpatriotic. And yes, I think it's corrupt and evidence of collusion. Now, I have always said that the question of whether this amounts to proof of conspiracy was another matter. Whether the special counsel could prove beyond a reasonable doubt the proof of that crime would be up to the special counsel, and I would accept his decision, and I do. He's a good and honorable man, and he is a good prosecutor. But I do not think that conduct, criminal or not, is okay. And the day we do think that's okay is the day we will look back and say that is the day America lost its way. I don't think it's okay that during a presidential campaign, Mr. Trump sought the Kremlin's help to consummate a real estate deal in Moscow that would make him a fortune. According to the special counsel, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, what about
I don't
that?
think it's okay that he concealed it from the public.
Yeah, it's it certainly is a long list.
It goes
Just
on and on
a little.
and on.
Now, before I get to the response from NPR's new CEO, Catherine Marr, let's take a call from Mark. Mark, thanks for giving us a call this morning on the John and Gordy extravaganza, hullabaloo, and shindig.
Yeah, it's remarkable that the Republicans are now turned to the old song, Three Cheers to the Red, White, and Blue. They kneel to the white, blue, and red, which are the Russian colors.
Yeah.
That it is just remarkable. I mean, and I've heard Adam Schiff talk about that, and it's come to my mind. And Bill Barr, the disservice he did to the country by not actually being honest about what the Mueller report actually said, is that yes, it didn't raise to the level of collusion, but there certainly was cooperation that could be proved, and that for him to now come out and say that just be disagreeing with Donald Trump, his duty was to the people of the United States, not to Donald Trump when he gave this summation of the Mueller report, and that and now Fox News is they're running cover for Donald Trump
Sure.
and for the Russians, and that. And for the House of Saud and whatever corrupt oligarch that good old Rupert Murdoch, believes in fascism as a matter. Of course, that's okay, but it is just it's just sad that and Donald Trump continues to get away with it, and Fox News is going after NPR. I mean that NPR tries to be middle of the road and tries to be fair.
And that's what they have done. Yes, ad nauseum. It makes me crazy sometimes. Yes. But, Fox, for going on the air and actually accusing WPR of being an ideological monopoly is insanity, isn't it? It's just,
It is. They're just the right-wing monopoly of insanity, and
yes,
and they get away with it.
Absolutely. All right, Mark, thanks for giving us a call. I want to get to the NPR CEO.
Thanks, brothers.
Catherine Marr.
Thank you.
She's haunted by Fox now.
She is?
Yeah.
Wow. How so?
Catherine Marr, the radio network's 42-year-old president, in her first position in journalism or media, complained in a letter to staffers that NPR business editor Yuri Berliner's lengthy essay in the Free Press was profoundly disrespectful, hurtful, and demeaning. The Post revealed her Twitter posts like they're attacking her now.
Right.
And the Post is not a reputable newspaper by any stretch of the imagination. Right. So they're coming out against her and her comments. Now, again, she is not a news person. She's the CEO of NPR.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is her first position
She's not
in
writing
journalism.
the story. She's out there presenting them. She's not doing any of that stuff. Anyway, so the Post had to look into her background, and they found Twitter posts like, Donald Trump is a racist, which she wrote back in 2018. Oh, my God.
No.
Is he? What a ridiculous accusation. Who would ever draw that conclusion? Marr wrote on May 31st, 2020, about the protests. She said, sure, looting is counterproductive, but it's hard to be mad about protests not prioritizing the private property of a system of oppression founded on treating people's ancestors as private property. I think that's a great comment.
Yeah.
Great observation. And then she said she lectured her 27,000 followers on white silence. Or on Twitter X, 27,000 followers, not bad. I wish I had that.
Yeah, really.
But you lectured him on white silence. White silence is complicity.
Mm-hmm.
If you are white, today is the day to start a conversation in your community. Ouch. Boy, that's, ooh, I would highlight that. She is obviously biased. My goodness.
She's the CEO.
She's the CEO.
It has nothing to do with the journalism department there at NPR.
Exactly. And she's new.
Yeah.
So now they're blaming her. And by the way, this accusation by Uri Berliner, he certainly has a perspective, and it's okay for him to have that perspective. But if that's what he sees, that's his problem. I don't know. I listen. It's radio, so you listen to it, and you don't hear that. It's not there, and they're not sitting there trying to destroy what. Destroy Trump by making stuff up? No, they're covering Trump's stuff.
Well, they're just covering it. That NPR is just such an easy target for Fox.
Always,
because they're never going to respond. They don't. They really can't. They can't. So Fox can beat up on them all day long. Every day, and they do.
Right.
It seems. Yeah.
And NPR does get a lot of money from the government, but not that much. I mean, there's a lot of private funding that goes in NPR as well.
That's right. Yeah, and a lot of the local stations, they fund themselves for the most part. They get some state funding, but it's they really don't get much at all.
These accusations are so old. Mm-hmm. They've expired a long time ago.
I think so.
Do we have time for what?
Oh, I was just going to remind everybody, tomorrow we are going to be at Short Stack Eatery. Right down the street here, State Street and Johnson, and we will be there from 6 until 8 a.m. along with the VW Bug limo.
Have we decided that?
The John and Gordy limo will be there, and you'll want to take pictures. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to put it on fire. It's going to be a blaze.
John, please don't burn my car.
Well, you just wait. You know what we're going to do.
It'll burn fast.
Okay. Hey, coming up, we're going to find out what is going on with Canopy Dance. We've got some guests coming into the John and Gordy studios in just a few moments. Coming up.
Hang in there.
Coming up.
Come on. As we were saying, it's the John and Gordy Show.
John and Gordy in the morning.
As we were saying,
let the sun shine.
It's the John and Gordy Show.
Lisa, your mic is on if you want to talk into it a little bit.
Test out your mic, Lisa.
Hello, testing.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. And Mike, Gordy, is he up on the Roadcaster?
Oh, here we go.
There, I can actually hear.
Wonderful.
All right.
We're in about 2 minutes or so.
Is that too loud now? Or?
It's a bit loud.
It's a
Yes,
bit loud.
that's definitely a bit loud.
We're deaf.
That's good. Yeah. Even down a bit, tiny bit.
Yeah, if you could take me down a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Thurell.
Thorel, it rhymes with bell.
Oh.
The birds are chirping, the sun is coming up, and the coffee's brewing. It's another beautiful morning in Madison, Wisconsin. What could make this day any more perfect? How about the John and Gordy Show on Mad Radio 92.7 FM WMDX?
I don't know. Seems like they set
I
up
think
a
it's
high
perfect.
bar there.
Hey.
They did.
How about a few free pairs of tickets to Canopy Dance's performance this weekend?
Well,
Wow.
Michael Bell, I think that might be a good idea.
We could do that.
Let's work on that.
Yeah, okay, let's do that today, right?
Nice.
Yeah, why
let's
not?
do that.
Yeah.
Special guest in the studio from Canopy Dance, and we're going to find out all about it this hour.
Right now. Do it live.
Do it live.
That's what our motto is.
We're supposed to be here for an hour?
No.
No, you're going to be here.
No, take it easy. Pressure's off.
It actually feels like an hour.
Oh, okay.
So Michael Bell is here.
Oh,
and
time flies.
Yes, it
And
does.
Lisa Thurell from Canopy Dance. You have big shows coming up here over the next several days. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 5 performances.
Yes.
Of Confluence, a prelude. Right?
prelude.
Did I
Yes.
get
What
that?
is that?
Oh,
Explain
prelude.
that.
Yeah,
This
what's
is
this show
a
all
magical
about anyway?
concert. This is a magical concert celebrating the earth and our relation to it. And it's beautiful and inspiring. And I feel like people who don't see much dance should really get on out and see it because their hearts will be uplifted. They'll want to jump for joy. And see live performance.
Well, yes.
Which is amazing.
Yes.
Because it's never the same twice. And there's a special connection between the audience and the performers.
So
There's
are you saying
so
it's like
magical.
ad lib? I mean, you just change it
No,
every
no,
night?
no. It is. It is.
Ad lib choreography.
It is not. No, but here's the thing.
Usually
Here's the
they don't
nuance.
choreograph the lips. Usually they don't. Yeah.
Here's the nuance, folks.
Okay, all right.
Here's
all right.
the
Tell
nuance,
Tell
folks.
us, Lisa.
Is when you have live music, choreography, dance, all of those things, because it's live, there's a direct kinesthetic connection.
Mm-hmm.
Both
No, I get it.
seeing, feeling, hearing, doing.
Yeah.
And so it isn't ad-libbing, but there is magic in that moment that you can't catch on a two-dimensional screen ever. Right. You know, it's not, you can't rewind and replay.
So basically, if you're out there and you're dancing and you're kind of getting into it,
it's like
right?
you and me right now.
Yeah.
We're getting into it.
Right, exactly. Well, let's
well,
not fight.
not that way.
but you know, if you break yourself up during the performance, then you get the laugh, and right?
Well, it's more that you, as a performer, you feed off the audience at the same way that the audience feeds off the performers. Yeah. It's a dialogue.
Yeah.
Now, Michael Bell, you wrote the music for this,
I
right?
did, yes.
But I understand you're a professor of environmental sociology?
Yes, it's true. Yes, yes.
But you know, the environment,
I'm concerned about the environment. Yeah, exactly, and how we can do a better job. But the thing is, when I write lots of books and articles and things that nobody ever reads.
Yeah, that's frustrating, isn't it? So
right.
So you do this.
I write music, right? And so this is actually when I go to my dean. The dean says, "What are you doing with this music?" And I say, "It's my outreach program."
Okay.
And they say, "Oh, okay, that's
so
all right."
Here's the thing: his symphony is so beautiful, it's exquisite, and so when Michael came to us about, hey, how about a collaboration? Would you consider choreographing to this? And we took a step back. We listened to the music. Robert Cleary, the other director of Canopy Dance, and myself, and it just. Already we could see visions of the dance with it. So it's become a wonderful project to do.
So it worked out. I mean, everybody just came together on this thing. The vision was there.
Yeah, the vision was there right away.
And this is based on a friendship that actually formed in an unusual time for friendships. Okay. We first got to know each other during COVID. Not many people can say that they made a new friend during COVID.
Yeah.
Right.
But we first did two what we called folk ballets. Through Worm Farm Institute. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They're a rural arts organization. Anyway, my daughter and I, she's also a musician, we put together these pieces, and Canopy danced them. The first one was outdoors, because that was back when...
so everybody had to be outdoors.
That's right. Everybody was scared of live performance because of that. And it was so powerful to bring it back at that moment. And we've just been riding that wave, that ever-cresting wave since then.
And now we can be back in the theaters, and it's fantastic.
I was going to ask you about the set design. What do you have for set design?
So for this, it's all lighting design, and the dancers themselves in amazing, beautiful costuming. So there's no set pieces for this particular dance.
Oh, okay.
So so talk about composing this music. How long did it take to put this all together, and how long have you been rehearsing for these performances?
Well, the piece actually began 22 years ago.
Well,
it took a little while.
Yeah. So
got stuck a couple of times.
Yeah. So this
couldn't figure out how to transpose it to French horn. Or
right. So this is a symphony that he brought to us to suggest that it had already been created.
Okay.
So we have been using the music and creating the choreography. We started last summer visualizing and thinking about it, but we've been hardcore in rehearsals for the past 6 weeks or so, 6-7 weeks.
Yeah.
So how many other symphonies have you written? So this one took 22 years?
Yeah, I'm hoping the next one doesn't take quite as long.
Okay.
Well, yeah, how much time do you have to live?
Okay.
Well, yes, but this piece is a piece about life, and that really is the exciting part about it, about the regenerative power of life.
Yes.
In fact, that the piece that they're basing their dance on is called Regeneration.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And it celebrates that. I think what is the essence of life is that it has that power to regenerate. But we sometimes neglect that, and they're trying to reawaken it with their dance.
Yeah, so you want to see it this weekend.
Okay.
April 19th through 21 at the Overture Center for the Arts.
Okay.
5 shows to come in and see and be moved and have a great time. Bring friends, bring family, and it's just going to knock your socks off.
We're talking with Lisa Thurell, co-artistic director of Canopy Dance, and Michael Bell, who composed the music that will be a part of these performances. And Lisa, tell me a little bit about how many dancers are in there? How many?
So
were you the choreographer?
Yeah. So The co-directors, Robert Cleary and myself, we were the choreographers for this. I choreographed one movement. Robert choreographed for two of the movements that we're showing. And there are 8 dancers performing in the work. And we have a glorious reveal that I'm not going to give away right now.
Well, come on, tell us a little bit. Come on.
Well,
you got to come to the show.
It's magical. I'm just going to put it that way. It's magical.
All right.
And it's in part to celebrate what's happening this weekend, which is this is Earth Day weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's maybe a connection. Huh?
Think about Gaia, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, should we take a guess?
But now maybe you can see that the stretch from environmental sociology to dance and care for the earth and Earth Day, it's all going to powerfully come together and people will come out of the theater uplifted in joy of life.
You know, it seems it would be a frustrating time for you, especially in a state like this run by the Republicans who don't really care that much about the earth.
Well, that's why we continue to do what we do.
There you go.
Right.
Gives you inspiration. Yeah. That's great.
See, I could weave a little politics in there. That was what I tried to do.
Now you're going to have so Friday is the first performance, right?
Yes,
7:30. And then you're going to have a reception after that?
Yes, we will.
Excellent.
Excellent.
And then Saturday.
Why don't we give away some tickets right now?
Why not?
We could.
Right in the middle of the conversation.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Can I get some, Lisa? Do I get any tickets?
Nope.
Nope.
You're going to be there anyway. What do you don't need tickets. Yeah. Well,
okay. All right. I won't write the number down.
We open up the phone lines here, 608-879-8255. If you'd like to get tickets to one of the performances this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There are 5 performances to choose from. Sam? You have something to say?
No.
Okay, but I was going to say
Open the line. First call gets a pair of tickets.
Okay, there we go. 608-879-8255. So let's talk a little bit about what goes into a production like this. I mean, as far as costuming and all the other elements to put this all together. You got the lighting.
Yeah.
You got the music.
You got the orchestra.
Yep.
The Madison Symphony.
Well,
recorded.
It'll be to a recorded.
Okay.
But there'll be another version of it this
Down the road,
summer.
yeah.
With a live orchestra.
Well,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Yeah. So costuming takes, we have to visualize what we see, right? As choreography and then as almost 3D. It's like a painting on stage, right? So we visualize. So we've got glorious colors in these chiffon tunics of earth tones and blues and purples and sweeping fabrics. And so we have them designed or we reconfigure from our costume stock. And so we're adding and embellishing to the costumes as we speak. Still, they're not all quite finished. And the lighting designer, will come in and see where does he want shafts of light? Where does he want beautiful glowing light tones to emphasize the dance? Is there going to be fog or special effects? Those sorts of things. So that's what the lighting designer does as well. So there's all those elements. And then in producing, we're laying down the dance floor, hanging the lights, getting everything ready.
Coordinated.
I'm looking at the brochure that you brought in here, and I think, John, you've got some pants like this, right?
I do, yes. I was going to wear them today.
I know.
It's too bad we can't put that image on the screen.
I wish we could, yeah. Let's see if we can take a picture of that and put it on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. People on Facebook are enjoying that right now. Okay. All right. Well,
But the point is, it's about beauty, and the celebratory and uniting power of bringing us together through that.
Wow.
Excellent.
All right. Well.
All right. Well, again,
And the world is a beautiful place, and I don't think that is a political comment.
No.
But you're right.
Well, it isn't.
Yeah.
Well, really, everybody should care about conservation. We're all in this together.
We are
But you have
in
to be
this
angry
together.
about it. I mean,
Hey,
Yes,
I want to
exactly.
let you all know
exactly.
that beautiful image. If you could put that up there again, that's
Okay.
Edward Salas, one of our professional company dancers, and he is one of the most amazing dancers I've ever seen. And I performed professionally in New York City for years with the Martha Graham Company, and he's not to be missed. He's really special, and so is the entire company.
His training, what did he have? What did he get for training on this? ballerina.
Yeah, no. So he trained in modern
ballerina.
modern contemporary dance.
Ballet.
He's got his degree in dance from UC Fullerton, and he continues to train with us in contemporary modern dance, which is very physical, very emotional,
Right.
Very
Right.
grounded. Of course, there is ballet elements in the background of most all of our dancers, but it's really physical and high powered.
Yeah.
These folks are athletes.
Yeah.
They are athletes with beauty and grace.
As Martha Graham said, dancers are athletes of God.
Oh, I
heavy.
like
Yeah,
that.
pretty heavy.
We only have a minute left here, but Michael Bell, tell me about you're a professor of environmental
I profess
sociology.
it, yes.
So did you always have a music thing going on the side, or is this something new for you to create something like this?
Family band, starting to write music when I was 10.
So how did you connect in with this? I mean, how does that work?
happen?
Well, we were introduced.
We were introduced, and as choreographers, we're always looking for music for our dance, either created for us or something that we found or something recorded. So we found each other, and that's how that all goes.
And music and dance, that is a primal
So
combination.
taking 20 years didn't discourage you from, asking for a piece?
No.
It was already done, so they could be confident it would happen in time.
All right. It is 7:48. We're talking with Michael Bell and Lisa Thurell, and talking about the big canopy dance performances happening this weekend at the Overture Center, right?
Yep.
And we're going to give away more passes as well.
Can you stick around for a couple of more minutes?
Yeah.
You
All
bet.
right. We will continue and find out more about Canopy Dance and their Confluence a Prelude performances coming up.
Do you wanna dance and hold my hand? Tell me, baby, I'm your loving man. Oh, baby, do you wanna dance? Do you wanna dance under the moonlight? Hold me,
Bad
baby,
radio.
all through the night.
WMDX, the John and Gordy show, broadcasting from Madison, State Street, block away from the Big Dome.
And right across the street from the Overture Center.
Yeah.
That's going to be a busy place this weekend, as we've been talking with Lisa Thurell and Michael Bell from Canopy Dance. Their big performance. They have five performances of Confluence, a Prelude. And let's talk a little bit, Lisa, about Canopy Dance, about your organization. How long has it been together?
Well, Canopy was first founded in 1976, a long time ago, long before me. Robert and I are the third artistic directors. We came in 1995 and have been building the company ever since. It's a professional company of dancers. We are residents of the Overture Center, producing contemporary modern dance. And we bring in guest artists for our seasons, or guest composers from all over the world, all over the country, to create new works besides Robert and I being choreographers as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Canopy also has an academy and a school where we train dancers from young kids through folks, adults, and folks your ages that want either for hobby or for pre-professional, professional. So it's a labor of love, and we certainly love it. But we've been around a long time, and the dancers, we have a company of dancers that have trained all across the country, have degrees in dance, dance professionally in other places, and have found their home here and are dancing with us. A season of shows at the Overture Center, 4 or 5 shows a season. And so we're really loving our dance.
All right.
They are a treasure for our community, truly.
Right.
That's fantastic. So you do, how long is your season? When does the season run?
Our season starts usually in September, October, and runs through May.
Okay. Yeah. And what do you do in your off time?
Well, those are our summer intensive programs.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. There's some more stuff
Yeah.
going on.
Summer intensive programs?
Yeah, so that's for the students to train and guests to come in and train our company and teach and create new works. It's a really good residency lab time to begin to create works and increase our learning and our training for people.
Excellent.
Gordy wanted to learn how to dance that way.
Yeah, I took tap dance. My
Modern
mother
dance.
made me do that in first and second grade. These tap dance shoes that
Me
didn't
too.
fit; they were too tight.
I did that too.
Well, we
Did you do it, too?
barefoot dance.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you might like that.
Well, yeah.
You should
Do you
try,
teach-
try out.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
You
But do you teach other forms of dance, like big or swing dance or whatever? What
So
would you call
we-
that?
yeah,
Ballroom
so-
dancing.
so-
Do you do that?
They draw on all styles and
Yeah,
traditions.
yeah. So our focus is modern contemporary dance and also ballet and
Okay.
those forms.
Yeah.
But we do teach numerous forms through.
Maybe I should get some new tap dance shoes. Maybe that I missed
Oh,
my
yes,
chance.
yes.
John, you tap dance too,
I
right?
did, yeah.
We tap dance here every morning, for a couple hours. So why not,
We
actually
do.
take it on the road?
Get
Good,
yourself to move.
Get some pants like this?
That's right. You get to wear those pants with your shoes.
I think we're onto something here.
I think tap dancing is a little stiff compared to
yeah,
your
yeah.
style.
I don't
of
see
dancing.
much of it anymore. Maybe we can
Thank
bring
God.
it back.
Thank God. No, let's not bring it back. I was traumatized.
Well, if
But
people,
there's so much power being in that audience and seeing these amazing, beautiful people do amazing, beautiful things.
yes.
Right. Exactly. That's where I wish I was during my recital.
So
I wish I was in the audience.
there you,
You
go.
know, you can find out more about the company and our
Yeah.
academy at canopydance.org, and that is spelled with a K.
Yes. It's an excellent website.
And we've got a really
got
great
everything.
website, and you can reach out to us, join our newsletter just to get information from us. You can also find us at the Overture Center's website as well, and Facebook as well.
So you said you were a resident at the Overture Center.
So like the symphony, the chamber.
You live there.
Doesn't
You
mean
Yeah.
she lives there. Although maybe it feels like that.
It does
sometimes.
feel like that sometimes.
Okay.
But along with the symphony and the chamber and Forward Theater and so on, we're one of the resident companies.
Well, very good. Well, thank you, Lisa and
Thank you.
Michael, Lisa Thorell and Michael Bell from Canopy Dance. And again, performances beginning Friday at 7:30 and then Saturday at 4:30 and 7:30. Sunday also at 1 and 4 p.m. I think I got that close.
Yeah.
You
All
got it just right.
And if you want to find out more, go to canopydance.org. That's Canopy with a K. And Lisa and Michael, thank you for coming in.
It's been a real pleasure. Thank
you
Back
so
again
much.
sometime.
Come,
all right?
come see the show. Come see the show.
Okay.
Okay.
We will.
Bring
All
an
right.
instrument next time so we can, just hear some of your original compositions.
Yeah.
Well, anytime. I'll pack a
Wow,
banjo.
look at this.
I'll pack a banjo.
Wow,
Come
ready.
on in.
Ready to
Mandolin.
4-string or 5-string?
I play a 5-string banjo.
5-string,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I like that.
Frailing style.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
Sometimes I bring it in when I lecture for the undergrads too. Yeah, I teach at UW Madison,
yeah,
so
sure.
to keep them awake a little bit. So they don't usually get the professor who takes out a banjo.
You're right.
And then they all head for the exits. But
Is
but
it
it's
like
still-
rapping? Is that what you put? You start playing the banjo and start rapping some stuff.
Okay.
I do try to come up with some kind of thematic connection. Yeah.
Right. Well, again, Michael and Lisa, thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much.
Break a leg, as we say in the biz.
Oh, no, don't do that. Oh, my God.
You know, that's
what a thing
a
to wish on
showbiz
anybody.
thing.
Or you can say, married.
What?
Married.
Married?
What is that?
Look that one up. I'm not going to tell you what that means.
Married. Wow. Okay. All right. We'll talk after the show.
French.
It's
French. We should talk to Julian.
We have
our French friend.
Yes, we have a French friend that interprets words for us.
That's a classic one to say, too.
Married.
Married.
How do you spell that?
M-E-R-D-E.
M-E-R.
Married.
Yeah, it's what the
S-H.
horse leaves behind it.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to ask any more questions. Your Honor, I rest my case. All right. Again, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Okay.
Are we going to get we're going to get a pronunciation of that, or
do you have that?
Well, I think she pronounced it right.
Married.
Yeah.
Well, but I want to hear what our French interpreter has to say.
Do you have Julian standing by?
No, I don't.
You don't have a time
Take
for
a second
that.
to
Okay.
find
All
it.
right. Well, we'll work on
The
that.
idea was that good luck, you need to do the opposite, so you say shit.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
Hey, guess what? We are closing in on another
Almost
edition
out of
here.
time
Well,
here.
we do have time to remind everybody we'll be at Short Stack Eatery tomorrow morning.
That's right. Somebody asked. I was on State Street last week, and I think I walked past Short Stack, but there was no sign outside. Is that the place? Yes, that's the place.
That is the place, but yeah, that's what they do, and they don't need a sign out front. Everybody knows where it is.
That's right.
It's at the corner of Johnson and State, and we'll be there tomorrow morning. We hope you'll join us then. Have a wonderful Tuesday. So long, everybody.
See you later.
Bye.